So we study the set, and the next thing we want to study is map for this chapter. Okay, um, the map has two entities put together. Okay, and so one thing is that you have a set, pretty much, okay, which is a unique. Say you have the names, all right, you have a names, and then you want to map them into a phone number, okay. Um, so every time when we say, hey, we have a data structure uh, as a map, then you have two things, and we'll have a key and a value. All right, so we'll have a key and a value. And key is actually a set, which means the key cannot have a duplicate, but the value can have a duplicate. Well, for the phone number cases, yeah, it could be, say it used to be not everyone has a cell phone, right? Those days cell phone is so popular, so probably everyone has their own. But used to be we only have a home phone, right? And so when you filled out the informations, and we could have so many names in the family, and then we only have um, same phone numbers, same home phone numbers, or home address, for example, right? In one address, that's the value. But we could have many people living in the same address. So that value can be repeated, but the key cannot be repeated. So key, it will be a key set. All right. So here we go. Okay, key set. Since key set is so important, so Java implemented a method called key set, and this method returned a set object of all keys in the map. Okay, and we'll talk about how can we loop over this one here. And then when we loop over it, and we can add them, we can get them, we can we can print them. Okay, so here is a sample of how to create them. Again, map. On the left hand side, it's interface, and under the arrow, inside the arrow pairs, that we will have one type, one class indicate the key, and one class indicate the value. Okay, and ages are the objects of the map class. And so on the right hand side, we need to say new, and there are two kind of map here. Either it's a hash map, which is fast but not ordered, or we can have a tree map, which is a little bit slower, but it's ordered by the key. And then we can put, and this is confusion, right? In the set we call add, in the list we call add. But then here, instead of we call add, the method is called put. You just have to remember it. There's no other way. Okay, so it's called put. And so what you do put is you give the key and you give a value. They will put this pair into the map. So instead of add, we put. Okay. Now, if we do the ages.keyset, it will return all the keys here. Okay. So that's why we can loop them over and find out each one of them. Okay. We can actually print the key set, but we can have a different print. Okay. So the value, this is just shows you that the ages key set, it returns a set. Now, if we go for a set, we can do a for loop over and using the for each loop. So this is for loop. It's called for each loop, and the
Hello, Professor.
yes.
Your screen is not showing.
Oh, my screen's not showing.
Yes.
Thank you. I stopped the sharing? That's strange. I thought I never stopped the sharing. Should I redo the recording? Oh, you guys okay? Oh, I will briefly going back. That's very strange. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Good, thank you. Yeah, whoever is that, I give you a thumbs up. Very good. You know, yell at me. I like the communication. I'm not talking to the screen. I'm talking to you guys. So please, please respond. Okay, this is good. This is very good. Okay. Who talked? Is it Benjamin? You see my screen's not showing.
Benjamin was the first who mentioned it. I was the one who talked. Black.
Oh, Black. Okay. Good. Yeah, please. This is meant to be interactive too, okay? Even though we are sitting everywhere. So talking back and forth is very good. All right. So I will quickly kind of review here too. So for each loop here, I'll make sure I'm still recording. Okay, so recording is still going on here. For each loop, it's actually details is in chapter 7. So if you want to go back, read there, go ahead, but it's pretty simple. The for each loop is we're using for, and then we have a type, and then the name. Okay, so example, we can have integer, we can have a string, we can have a double, and then we give a connection here. Okay, either it's a set, or it's a map, or it's list. Okay, and then we going through the statement. So this is an example. If grade it's a set, then we'll have the type, which is a double, and then we'll have a name of the type called each grade. So for each grade in the grade set, and we'll do the loop. Okay, so that's why here in the map, this is we are here, we created this value here. We are talking about this slice here is that we have, after we put those pairs, the key, the value into a map, and the key set is a set that consists of all the keys, and the type is a string. So we have a string. Then for each name in the key set, and we can find out what's the corresponding age of it. So we can use .get and passing the key, and then we will get the value of that key and save it as an age. And then we can print those out. So the map, it's a little bit complicated than set because we are dealing with two entities, key and value. Okay. Now let's continue. What about this kind of a question to say, hey, I want to find out how many people has a GPA of 3.6. Okay. Well, can we just have a key as a 3.6 and all the names that related with 3.6 will be, will be the value? Fortunately, yes, we can do that. Okay. Now, this is a little bit complicated because right now we are not just dealing with one object, and we can actually deal with a collection. Okay, we can deal with a collection here, right? So how we do the collection here is that we thought this is not this quite simple, right? We cannot reverse the map, because if we do this way, now every time when they say 3.6, 3.6, and then they change this name into the staff here, and they actually replace the Jared with staff. Okay, so this is not going to work. This is not really going to work. Now, the proper reversal is supposed to be, instead of just a string, it's a set of strings. So this is quite complicated. Okay, because right now we're not just dealing with one name, we could dealing with lots of names. All right. So every time when we have a lot of data, and that means we need to have a collection. Either it's a list or a set, or could be a map too. So we could have a map of a map too. But in this case, and we are using a set, and we want this to be ordered, so we actually using the set. Now, look, the initialization is that we have a set, and then we also have a set here. Okay. Now, this set is an interface. So when we put the first one into the set, we really, really need to initialize them. So this is also a key to do it. Okay, so we really, when we put the first value into the set, we need to do initialization. We need to do new, and we cannot just do add. We cannot just do add. Okay. Now, after we put this one in, the next time we are using get. Okay. So what we do is that we want to get this value. And so when we do the get, it returns the set. So when we do that here, it actually returns the set of all the element that has 3.8 or 3.6. Then we add more into the set. So this is quite complicated. Okay, this is quite complicated. Now let's do, how can we do this way? Let's continue. All right, I'm gonna do, yeah, let's do this way. I'm gonna go to the Codiva, all right, and I'm gonna do another one. So I will call those map method. Okay, so I will create. Again, I change this to public, and I will do import java.util.start. And so what we do here is we can do first easy one. Let's do map. And we can have a name, string, and we can have a value, double. And so we can call a new GPA, or actually we'll call PA, so we'll call PA GPA too, so that's easier. TA GPA equals to new tree map, because it's ordered by the key, okay? So tree map, and then we'll go string, and we'll go double. Okay? And so what's the first method we're using? We are using put. And so we can put, I'll just use your name for fun. Casares. Oh, this is, I don't know your GPA, okay? I don't know, I just give you a big one. So I'll give you all big ones. Do you see the put here, right? Okay. This number, don't take my number seriously, okay? So for that one, I will do, I don't know, 5. So let's make it a little bit different. I just want to get to know your name here. Whoops. Who else is here? Ryan. Okay. So, and then I'm gonna repeat this. So we can do put, right? We can do put here, okay? So that will insert each, that actually insert the name and value, name, value, name, value. If I do this one here, what you think? If I do this one here, I'll change this just so they look different, okay? So again, don't really pay attention to this one. If I do this one here and I print, PA, GPA. So what you think it will print out? Come on, everyone. So again, my question is, what prints out? Do I have an answer? Type in chat. So here is my code, right? I have a map and I have TA GPA and I do put, okay? So I have 3 names here and 3 values. And then I have 3 names here and 3 values. So if I'm doing this way, I'm using put. What prints out? Yeah, I think Marco's answer is correct. It's tree map, so you need to put them into order. Marcos? Yeah. Okay. So if you run this one here, right? If I run this, so it's ordered, right? So we have Xeris in the first and Muhammad the second because it's ordered by the key, and Ryan it's in the third. Okay, it's ordered by the key, not by the value. Okay, good. So the put will do the overwritten one. The put, so the put here, they overrides it. Okay, they override the value here. They override the value here. So the first one you need to understand is the put. Let me go back here. So the put is overrides the value here. Okay, and you need to understand the put, right? Okay, the next important method is really the key set. The key set. So the key set returns all the keys. It returns all the keys in the set. So if I print out here, I clicked the wrong one. Here. So what if I print out? So I'm going to ask you the second question here. If I print out that key set, so what print out? And also look the value, okay? You got it? So right now, if I say tagpa.keyset, what prints out? Everyone responds in the chat. The names. Okay, good. All right. And also you notice that, all right, good. You notice that the format of the map, right? So they actually using the equal here. And look, when we print the map, they using these curly brace to indicate the map. You see the format here, right? But for set, they're using the square, and also for list, they're using the square. So this is just the default two-string methods. Okay, so we print the name here. It's good. Okay, now we want to see. So this is another going here. So this is the put method, and this is the key set method. All right, the last thing I'm gonna do, I will ask you is what prints out if I do this get method? All right, so if I do this one, what prints out? The get method. I did it wrong, I think. Did I do the get? All right, I need to give the get, I'll do get right. Yeah, so the get method here, it will returns the values, right? If you give a key and you're using get, and they will returns the value, okay? So the get, it returns the value. So if I do this one here, they will get the value for us. Okay, now let's talk about the complicated ones, right? And so the complicated one is we want to do reverse. So we'll say map, and we want to give a double here. Again, we cannot just give a string. We actually need to have a set of string, okay? And so we actually need to have set of string goes here. So the reverse is we need to have a set of string here, all right? And so to give a name, we'll call reverse GPA equal to new. And in this case, and we can also do tree. Okay. And we'll have a double, and we'll have set string. Do I need to have a tree map double set? Oh, no. New tree map. What's wrong here? What did I missing? Oh yeah, I'm missing this, sorry. I need to close the tree map, okay? So inside the tree map, I need to give a two. One is a class double, another is a set. Okay, and now, if I find out, so maybe on here, and I can do some repeat. I can do, so this is a changing, okay? But what about I am doing, I'll copy this one here, and I'm adding more names. I'll have the name changed to the same. So we'll find out, you know, how many have more than one names here. I'll have Nicholas. And I'll have one more, Nesta. All right, and so I can have the TA GPA here, right? And I want to do reverse to find out how many, who has a GPA of certain values there. And then what I need to do here is I will have reverse GPA dot. The first thing we'll do is we'll do put. Okay, we'll do put, right? So what we're gonna do put here, we'll go back here. Every time we do put, and so we want to do a reverse. So the first time we really need to have a new value here. Okay, so so we're gonna put the reverse one in 2.79, right? And we'll say new, okay, new tree set and string. Okay. Now for this one, when we do the new and we put the value here, this set it's actually empty. Okay, we just created an empty set with this key. And so after we do that, we create the new, and we really need to start adding the values into the tree set. So what we're going to do here is the REV GPA, and then we want to get this value. So when we say get, it will return its values in this key, which is empty now. So that's why it's empty set. So that's why we need to add it. We need to add the value there, right? We need to add the value there. So what's the value here? Is we're gonna add the right name there. Okay, to this point here, right? So when we say get the key, and this one returns all the names, okay, which is the string, but at the beginning it's empty. Okay, so this is an empty set, but it's a value set, and so we want to add the name into it. So we can do add into it. Okay, and we can add more names into it. Okay, so this is the beauty of it, and you can do this again. Now, if we add the line twice, because it's a set, they will take only one. So if we do this again, it's a set, so they won't really take Ryan twice. Okay, but if we change this one here, and now we are adding another new ones here. So we can continue doing this, but for every new set, we'll copy. For every new set, for every new key here, so we have 9, and when we want to add this one here, to say 99, 8, 9, and 9. So for every new 9 here, okay, now this is a new set. So if I have a line repeat here, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. It just says, okay, maybe it's another Ryan that it's in this set too. So those, if we have a repeat here, the two sets that show the same name that show up in two sets, because they are totally two different sets, and it doesn't really matter. Okay. So, but I'm gonna copy here. All right, so this is a kind of a reverse, okay? We want to see, so this is much more complicated. And it's like a map. We have a map, and inside a map, we have a set. Inside a map, we have a set. So if we print this one out, it's quite to reverse GPA. Okay, so if we print this out, and let me print this out so you can see what's going on here. I'll run this. Now you can see is that this is a key. This is a key. Okay, 2.79 is a key. And the people who has this GPA, and they will list them in the set, okay? And the name cannot be repeated. It's a set. It's a set, okay? Also, so if you look this one here, 2.99, it's a set. But right, it's shown that in 2 places, that's because they are in 2 different sets. So that is okay. But it is a set. See that? This is a key now. So if we want to find out who has such a GPA, and then this is the way we can go. All right, so we have a key, which is the GPA, and then we can have a set listing every single one of the names there. So quite complicated one because we are compounding. So get and give a key, it returns the value that related with the key, which is happen to be a set. And therefore, because this whole thing return a set, then we can use the set method, which is the add, to keep adding the element into the set.